my friends, let's see if this is working. This is Evo, and we are going to try a little test here today. I hope you were hearing me all right. Apologies, I'm going to try and adjust my microphone. This is Evo Haining, and I'm going to be testing something with you today. So it's great to see you. Hi, everybody. I'm coming to you from the backside of the Realitycraft Design Lab, and we're going to be trying something new, which is a 3D space for creating new types of generative art. So I'm going to be bringing up a website. This is called Simulacra. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to post this URL in our Facebook group. And for those of you who are in that group, we are going to go to simulacra.io. And that is /AI HTML. So I'm going to go ahead and put that up for us shortly. And those of you who are in the group, AI.html, and then we're going to do a special code for those of us who are coming in. So if you are seeing this message and you are in the Realitycraft group on Facebook, you are welcome to jump in and try these tools out. So my name is Evo Haining. I'm just going to give you a very quick background on what we're going to be doing here today. We're going to be looking at a tool called Simulacra. Simulacra is it's a pretty interesting little system. And I'm going to go ahead and put myself in this feed so you can talk to me and see me as we go. Please feel free to send your comments and say hi as this person has. I'm going to go ahead in the banner one more time and put the URL you're going to come to if you are seeing this, simulacra.io/AI HTML. And once you come to that URL, there is going to ask you for a code. And this is a demo, so we're going to do demo 2 today. So if you are seeing this and you can get to this URL, you will be willing and able to join me in this demo today. And so we're going to jump into Simulacra. And Simulacra is made by an amazing team. Brian Skolick reached out to me at RAM5 and said, hey, I've been working on this thing using the WebXR web to create a generative social space for people to participate in together. So we're going to jump in here. Simulacra is just being released now. This is alpha technology. It's not even in beta yet. So just to be aware, as you can see, it's a metaverse platform to offer AI media creative services or generative work directly in the experiences. So what we're going to do is we're going to hop in now, and when it asks us for that password, we're going to put in demo 2, and hopefully we are seeing this all together here. I'm going to do my best to stay with you, but as you can see, sometimes it's going to take a moment to come up. And as we are doing this together, you are absolutely the code for today's demo to be in the same room is going to be demo 2. So if you come to Simulacra and it asks you for the code, that is the code you are going to be looking for today. And I'm going to be jumping in right now. Unfortunately, Brian, who is the creator on this tool at RAM5, is just jumping off a plane. I don't think he's going to be able to join us, but we are going to absolutely look forward to that. So I'm going to be typing in my code here. Oh, goodness. Okay, so let's see if I can get that working. Okay, access granted. Okay, so it asked me my email address. And I think I might need to share a different window with you. I hope you can see this. So you can see after that, it's going to ask me to customize my experience just a little bit. So I'm going to be Evo and Admiration, as you can see, and let's go through. Looking good. So like other WebXR spaces, you can move around using your WASD keys. And there's a number of emotes, and we're going to go through those as well. But I hope that you are hearing me and can follow along. And if you are seeing this, you can meet me there. So if you are seeing that URL, again, I'm going to put that right up on the screen for us. My computer is working very hard today to bring this for us, and simulacra.io/AI HTML. And then today's code, if you want to join me in this demo session, is going to be demo 2. There is a separate code for those of you who are joining separately, and you can read about that on their website. But we're going to just do this together and try it out and see what comes. So I'm going to see if we are in now. All right. So it's asked for my microphone. Once I give it my mic, I am basically going to be in a 3D world, and it's going to let me know that I can do text prompting here. So if you have used Stable Diffusion before, you're going to be fairly familiar with how this works. And hi, Glenn, great to see you. So there's an image creator prompt that comes up when you walk close to that screen. And so if you try that out, as you can see, there's a human prompt, a normal hand holding a piece of fruit. Whether that is one or two hands is someone's guess there. But as you walk up to this screen, you can go ahead and enter a prompt, and it takes under a minute. This is a version of Stable Diffusion that it's running. So streaming across worlds with avatars. Let's see what it creates for us here. And you'll see it takes just a few moments. It takes a moment to load. And there's a couple of other things that we can also do in this space, because this is a social space, and I can see Glenn here is with me. I can do certain things that are available in social spaces, like dance or, have fun and talk to my friends, right? So instead of, maybe creating in Discord, you might want to consider other types of social spaces for doing generative creative play. So, I think we have someone else coming into the room now. Sam's coming in as well. What you're going to see here is a very simple window into a Stable Diffusion generative tool within the 3D window. So you can walk up to the screen, and it should give you that AI image creator pop-up, and then you can enter a prompt. So I'm going to see how any of that landed. You are welcome to drop me questions. If you can see this stream, I can probably see your comments. So feel free to drop those questions back to me. This is part of a larger space that they are working on at the team at REM5, which is based in, I believe, Minneapolis, Minnesota. I'm going to double check that. But hey, Sam, great to see you. And go ahead and try out that image generator. So if you walk up to it, you're going to get the prompt should pop up, and then you'll be able to jump in. And if you want to speak, you should be able to speak here as well from within the Simulacra window. So let me know if you can hear me inside Simulacra, and you can hit the tab button to speak to me as well. So when we are developing these kinds of immersive experiences, sometimes it's quite challenging to figure out the balance between the real and the virtual when we're thinking about how to be creative and generative together. But I'm going to double check in our Facebook group to see where there might be questions. And I want to encourage any of you, we're going to put that URL up one more time. So I'm going to put this full screen. We are in Simulacra, simulacra.io. The team at REM5 has been working on this, and this is currently in an alpha stage, not yet publicly released in a beta, but Your feedback is greatly appreciated, as this team is both accessible and really lovely and open to your comments. So I hope you will go ahead and give that team your feedback. If you're trying to join us, that code for today is demo 2 if you want to join this private room where Sam and Glenn and I are now. So I'm going to see where we are at within the Facebook group. So this is our private room, and having a private room to go ahead and maybe create some ideas with others with can be very powerful. And there's a number of ways in which this could be useful for different types of groups and teams. So I'm really excited to see that the team at Room 5 and Brian have really pushed forward to make a WebXR experience zone where we can do generative work together. So a wreath. Okay, interesting. I like where you went with that. So you can see that these are pretty simple promptcraft, very similar to what you would find in a Stable Diffusion desktop window. I personally like to use words that relate to a type of style. So well, let's try an Art Nouveau stained glass scene of technologist building AI. When I am creating a prompt, I'm often looking for a mix of nouns or object words. I'm looking for style words. So in this case, Art Nouveau, stained glass. But I'm also trying to think about what might make a good juxtaposition or what might surprise people. Now, I don't see a whole lot of technologists building AI in this. And you'll notice that frequently when you're doing promptcraft in a smaller window like this, it's really only going to pick up maybe the first 5, 6, 7 words. So using a long phrase can be fun, but it's often not necessarily going to inform the final output. So when you're thinking about how to frame your prompt, you really want to put those most valuable words, the weighted words, at the very front. So we can jump in and do a few things together in StreamYard as well. But I really want to have a moment to just take your questions and hear what might come up. Sam and Glenn, I don't know if you can hear me on the stream. I'm not currently able to hear you in the WebXR room, but we could change that. So I'm going to take you quickly through the menus here. When you're going sort of through a full screen, I'm going to go back into the full screen experience so that you can see it without the window. And you can see I have chat, and I have the ability to speak in my microphone, right? So I can, type to everyone. I can talk. I can use those emoji as well. So let's say we're in a space and you can do some of the things you might want to do. And yeah, so those emoji are on the numbers 1 through 9. So there's my golf swing, and I believe I've got a backflip in here and some thrashing. So if you're trying to, maybe take a group of students or kids through their first experience with promptcraft, this might be a good way for them to find it relatable and accessible, and relatively a level playing field for all ages. So by coming in as an avatar, you can maybe remove some of the barriers to entry for some groups of people. Obviously, there's a technological lift there. This will run on most browsers. I'm currently using Firefox, I want to say. But we'll double check that. Yeah, Firefox is where I'm at today. And if you're trying to try this at home, you should be able to use either Chrome or Firefox. So, and yeah, you can see The team at REM5 has been exploring how to make this work. It's currently free, and I'm hoping that it will be able to stay free. A picture of Glenn able to hear the stream, but unable to talk in a crowded office. Oh, that's great. I like that it's now Geln. Your name is now Geln. So that's fantastic. And, you know, that's wonderful. That just makes me happy. I hope that you will jump in and try this tool over the holidays. I am going to be jumping in a few more times with different groups to try a few things. So I've been using this for storytelling, for concept development. Yeah, AI is terrible with text. It can only usually parse about 3 or 4 letters. So thankfully I have a 3-letter name. So let's see what that does. I'm gonna try and make a neon sign for myself in a bar. Sometimes having a very short name can work, but often text does not. And so this is where the limits of these kinds of technologies are really experienced and felt. And by the way, you do have the opportunity to save the current image. In this case, I'm not super excited about that one because that's not my name, nor is it even really close to my name. So I'm not going to try and save that. But you can see here I can save current image as another option. So that's the basics in terms of where this team is right now. Brian Skalick is the PM leader who reached out to me to show me this tool. He is an amazing creator at REM5. They also created a WebXR experience for the Minnesota Twins that we've previously interviewed Brian about, and their team is just really tremendous in terms of using the web in fun and interesting ways. So I know that they are planning to build more here. You can see that they've got some sort of work in progress areas. So those are rooms that are locked or unlocked depending. But I would suspect that this team is going to be creating more in terms of generative 2D, and eventually we'll see more in terms of generative 3D content sharing as well. So I am going to jump out of this stream fairly soon, but I wanted to just make sure that you know how to get here in case you're trying to find these tools. One more time, that's Simulacra, and simulacra.io/AI HTML is where that alpha test will be. As I understand it, this tool is in very active testing and iteration. So if you are testing with us today, or if you're testing on your own, please give your feedback back to Brian and the team at REM5 so that they can improve these tools and really make this an effective space. I would personally love to hear how you would want to use these kinds of tools. I often need to meet with clients remotely, for example, and doing something like Midjourney in a Discord window is not really helpful with many types of clients. So I can imagine this being very useful for both ideation and for play. And over the holidays, you might find an opportunity to, for example, meet with a group of kids you like, or be out in public. So I want to encourage you, if this is interesting to you, please share your findings, share how this worked for you, take a picture, send it to friends, make your own room and give it a shot. So I hope you will reach out and let me know how this experience was for you. We're going to do more of these kinds of semi-public testing days. So I want you to feel empowered to reach out if you've got a new project or a product that you think would be really interesting. There will be another promptcraft workshop coming soon. So promptcraft, the workshop, this will be expanded to include the tools from OpenAI and from Stable Diffusion. The next workshop will be a week from now on the 29th, and coming up pretty regularly, salons and workshops on Thursdays and Fridays. So I hope you will jump on to my website if you need any more info on that. That's evo.ai. Evoist. And you are all welcome here at the Realitycraft Gallery here in Oakland, Emeryville, right in the East Bay. So from all of us here and especially from the team at REM5, I just want to thank them especially for sharing this demo with us and for giving us some time to test it out. I hope you'll jump into Simulacra over the holidays and let us know how that goes for you. And if you need any help with projects like this in the future, I'm down to support you. So let me know where I can get you some support along the way. This is Evo Haining, and I hope you're going to have a beautiful day wherever you are. Have a wonderful one.